For years, critics reduced Kim Kardashian to a headline, a viral moment, or a reality television personality. What they underestimated was her ability to understand the mechanics of modern influence. She recognized early that fame in the digital era is not just exposure, it is infrastructure. When strategically structured, attention becomes distribution. Distribution becomes leverage, and leverage becomes ownership. Her empire did not emerge from luck. It emerged from layered, calculated moves that transformed cultural relevance into equity. Reality television as a launchpad, not a destination. When Keeping Up with the Kardashians premiered, many saw it as entertainment built on spectacle. Kardashian saw something different, a long-term media engine. Reality television gave her continuous exposure, narrative control over her public image, a direct window into her lifestyle, repeated audience engagement. Instead of using television fame for short-term endorsement deals, she used it to build familiarity. Familiarity lowers skepticism. It increases trust. And trust dramatically improves product conversion rates later. The show wasn't the end product. It was sustained marketing at scale. Each episode subtly reinforced her aesthetic, preferences, beauty routines, and lifestyle choices. Years before launching major brands, she was conditioning consumer demand without overt selling. Mastering the attention economy. The rise of social media changed how influence works. Kardashian adapted quickly. She built massive followings across platforms and treated them not as vanity metrics, but as assets. Direct access to hundreds of millions of followers eliminated reliance on traditional gatekeepers. No need to depend entirely on magazines. No need to rely solely on paid advertising. No need for third-party amplification to drive sales. When she posts, she activates an ecosystem instantly. In traditional retail, brands spend heavily to acquire customers. Kardashian owns her distribution channel. That dramatically lowers marketing costs and increases margins. Attention is expensive to buy. She built it organically, then monetized it strategically. From endorsements to equity ownership. Early in her career, Kardashian participated in endorsements like many celebrities. But endorsements cap income. Ownership multiplies it. Her pivot into founding her own beauty company marked a turning point. Rather than lending her name to existing products, she structured ventures where she retained equity. With the launch of Beauty, she demonstrated something critical. Her audience would convert at scale. The brand sold out products within minutes of release. That validated market power. When a major cosmetics conglomerate later acquired a significant stake, it was not paying solely for lipstick and contour kits. It was paying for brand equity, growth potential, and digital distribution power. Equity ownership allowed Kardashian to participate in valuation growth rather than flat promotional fees. SKIMS, Strategic Product Market Alignment. The launch of SKIMS marked a deeper evolution. Instead of relying purely on celebrity appeal, SKIMS focused on solving a consumer problem. Inclusive shapewear that matched diverse skin tones and body types. Key elements of the strategy: extended size ranges, emphasis on comfort and functionality, neutral, toned aesthetic aligned with her personal brand, clean, modern branding that felt elevated rather than gimmicky. The product quality and market positioning allowed SKIMS to transcend celebrity status. It attracted customers who were not necessarily Kardashian fans. That is a crucial difference between a celebrity product and a scalable brand. When a brand stands independently from the founder's personality, it increases valuation stability. Scarcity as a sales accelerator. SKIMS frequently uses limited drops and capsule collections. Controlled inventory generates urgency. Consumers know products may not restock quickly. Scarcity increases perceived value. It reduces hesitation. Rather than saturating shelves continuously, the brand creates moments. Each launch feels like an event. Event-based commerce drives spikes in revenue while maintaining premium positioning. Visual consistency and brand identity. Kardashian's empire is visually cohesive. Her personal style, home design, product packaging, and marketing imagery align around neutral tones and minimalism. Consistency builds recognition. Recognition builds trust. Consumers subconsciously associate certain colors, textures, and aesthetics with her identity. That cohesion makes brand extensions feel natural rather than forced. Brand identity is not accidental. It is curated intentionally across every touchpoint. Strategic use of controversy. Public scrutiny has followed Kardashian throughout her career. Rather than allowing controversy to destabilize her brand, she often uses it strategically. Silence is sometimes chosen over reaction. When responses are issued, they are controlled and timed. The key is that controversy rarely disrupts product launches or long-term strategy. Emotional volatility can weaken brand equity. Controlled messaging preserves it. Remaining composed under media pressure strengthens the perception of business competence. Diversification without dilution. Kardashian expanded into beauty, fragrance, shapewear and apparel, media production, technology ventures earlier in her career. However, diversification followed a consistent theme: lifestyle, aesthetics, and personal branding. Random expansion weakens clarity. Strategic expansion strengthens ecosystem cohesion. Each new venture reinforced the central narrative of beauty, confidence, and modern femininity. Leveraging cultural moments. Timing has played a critical role in her success. She launched beauty during the influencer-driven cosmetics boom. She introduced inclusive shapewear at a time when body positivity and representation were cultural priorities. She aligned product launches with broader conversations already happening in society. Strategic timing multiplies traction. Entering too early requires heavy education. Entering too late reduces differentiation. Entering a peak conversation maximizes momentum. Negotiation and minority stake sales. Rather than selling entire companies outright, Kardashian structured deals that retain partial ownership. Selling minority stakes. Provides liquidity. Validates valuation. Maintains long-term upside. Preserves decision-making influence. This approach reflects financial sophistication. Immediate cash outs sacrifice long-term appreciation. Retained equity compounds. Her empire reflects capital strategy, not just product launches. Family ecosystem as media conglomerate. The Kardashian-Jenner family operates almost like a coordinated enterprise. Cross-promotion between brands amplifies reach. Shared audiences reduce acquisition costs. When one launches a product, others promote it. The family dynamic functions as a built-in marketing infrastructure. Collaboration across ventures strengthens collective market dominance. Repositioning through education and advocacy. Kardashian's pursuit of legal studies and criminal justice reform advocacy expanded her public identity. Whether viewed as personal passion or brand evolution, it added depth. Public figures with multi-dimensional narratives sustain relevance longer than those confined to one image. By broadening her identity, she extended her cultural lifespan. Valuation over revenue. Revenue measures sales. Valuation measures belief in future growth. Her brands achieve billion-dollar valuations not solely due to current profits, but because investors saw scalable infrastructure, strong margins, loyal customer base, global expansion potential. Valuation reflects strategic architecture, not just product performance. Kardashian built companies structured for acquisition, investment, and long-term growth. The psychology of aspiration. Her empire capitalizes on aspiration. Consumers do not just buy shapewear or cosmetics. They buy proximity to a curated lifestyle. Luxury minimalism, polished aesthetics, controlled glamour, these elements shape perception. When consumers associate products with an elevated identity, price sensitivity decreases. Aspiration increases willingness to spend. The core strategy, converting attention into assets. The defining difference between temporary fame and durable wealth is ownership. Kardashian built direct distribution channels, retained equity, controlled narrative, scaled selectively, managed brand cohesion. She did not treat fame as the product. She treated it as leverage to build products. The broader business lesson. Kim Kardashian's empire illustrates modern entrepreneurship principles. 1. Build an audience first. 2. Convert audience into owned distribution. 3. Launch products aligned with identity. 4. Retain equity. 5. Scale strategically. 6. Protect brand consistency. 7. Adapt the narrative over time. Visibility alone fades. Ownership compounds. What critics once labeled superficial evolved into a structured enterprise. The transition from influencer to founder to equity strategist reflects calculated progression. Her empire is not simply about beauty products or shapewear. It is about understanding media economics in the digital age. She recognized early that the new currency is attention, and the highest return comes from converting that attention into assets you control. That strategic shift turns celebrity into enterprise, and enterprise into empire.